the last 24 years, never have we ever seen a moment Nigerians will hit the streets calling and begging the militaries to take over. Perhaps this is because of the wonders that Ibrahim Traore is doing in Burkina Faso. Just in less than 1 year now, Ibrahim Traore has sent over 30 people to go and learn drones, and now those pilots have graduated and they are now catching bandits and terrorists live
in Burkina Faso.
Yes, just 2 days ago, Burkina Faso had the largest harvest of farm produce.
Yes,
because he bought tractors, he gave them farm tools,
modern farm equipment,
and now
implements.
The farmers who were slim in Burkina Faso
are
growing fat. Could it be the reason why Nigerians need a military takeover? And what's your take?
Hey, it is more or less. It is more or less reasons why we needed military takeover now. As you can see, we are under the autopilot administration when Mr. President Tinubu is out, away from the country. Kachima Shatima is out, at least away from the country, so nobody is in charge. Some persons are clamoring that it is Bajabi Mila, Dela Alake, and what's the name of this man, Bayo Ononoga, and so on and so forth. They are the one in charge, and I can see nothing is working, nothing is changing. Unlike when Tinubu Buhari was away for 90 days in 2016, 17, 18, Buhari was away now for 3 months, and then the country changed. Do you know why? Femi Yemi Oshibanjo was in charge. Though Abakari, later Abakari was disturbing and even replacing Yemi Oshibanjo from his own duty, carrying on a duty that was not even meant for him. So when Yemi Oshibanjo was in charge then, Nigeria changed. You see everything. Even the forex dropped. I don't know what I understand. Equivalent to dollars. Naira equivalent to dollars dropped. That's a man. That's a man that can at least try his best for us. But look at these crops of cabals we have all around Tinubu. Tinubu and Chetima are outside, and it seems as if there's nothing. Even the administration, the situation in the country is deteriorating the more. So what am I trying to say here? We are asking for military takeover because we want to grow fact like the Nigerians. People from Niger Republic want to see a change in our agricultural revolution, like the people from Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso, you can see, as we said earlier, their farmers are slim and lean as a result of the French neocolonial policy going on before the military Traore took over from the civilian democratically elected government of Burkina Faso. And today we've seen a young man before age 40 doing well in Burkina Faso, changing the economic atmosphere of that country, changing the agricultural revolution of that country, buying modern farm implement or equipment for farmers to change the kind of system they have in their farming, cultivation of the land there. And we can see it going on and on and on to the level that Traore has sent many Burkina babes to learn drone, how to study drone, how to control drone, how to, at least to read drone. And actually they succeeded on doing that. And recently, as we have said, we've discovered that many bandits, Boko Haram insurgents, many terrorists, those ones that are operating in Sahel countries of Niger, of southern Morocco, southern Algeria, southern Libya, and Chad, and even Burkina Faso, they have succeeded on neutralizing most of them using drones, while almighty Nigeria, giant of Africa, has never known something like this. Who are the ones that were sent to study drones? Who are those ones that were sent to read about drones in Nigeria? No, never. They don't, because if they do, they are going to use it to disallow and neutralize all those their brothers in the north. Their brothers in the north, I mean, are the Boko Haram, the herdsmen, and the terrorists called bandits. They are going to succeed on removing all of them or disallowing them. The owner of this current regime, I always tell people, is still Fulani. Fulani is still in charge. That's why this regime could not get it right by training, IT Nigerians.
So
We don't have
are
any
you saying
IT.
it is intentional
It is
that they don't
intentional.
train our Nigerian
No, they
soldiers?
won't, because if you train them, that will contribute more or less, reducing the numbers of the insurgents in the north, northeast, core north, and northwest. They are the one that are sponsoring Islamization process that these people are fighting for. I mean the bandits, I mean the Boko Haram, I mean the ISWAP. If they actually train people that will study and man too well drones, which is our military men, you will find out that the population of the insurgents, the rate of insurgency in the north will come low, and the local emirs, the sultanates, and rest of them, the sheikhs, they will stop from benefiting, eating fats from the insurgents. So it is intentional. It is intentional in the sense that they don't want to develop that area for agricultural purpose. That's why they still allow the insurgency to take over the whole northern Nigeria. Instead of developing agriculture there, disaliving all those terrorists that has been making life unbearable for northern farmers. I think they are at hems of it. I mean the northern elites. If not, why not embarking on agriculture? At least Traore is excelling, buying most of the agricultural farm implement for the farmers in Burkina Faso. You can see how green revolution has eluded Nigeria, leaving Nigerian topography or geography, heading to Burkina Faso. And actually, they are doing well now in terms of agricultural irrigations. You see what the kind of development on agriculture that region is witnessing in West Africa. Second to none. A very young man. So we're asking for military to come, but they are into partisan politics. They are partisans. Artisans.
You mean
the militaries are artisans? Yeah, they have involved themselves in artisans. That's a political politicking in Nigeria.
Okay, you mean they are now partisans?
Yeah, partisan, part of the politicians. Yes, they are partisans. Because if not, Nigerian military, I know, would have struck. Tinubu is not around. Kashima Shatima is not around. What are the military doing? Is this Nigeria favoring you and I? Favoring the military and their families?
Could this be the reason why Peter Obi said that the actions of Tinubu and Shetima is the height of senselessness?
I'm telling you, height of insensitivity, irresponsibility, lack of accountability. How could you abandon your point of duty straight into another place? Don't you know the danger that someone might relieve you of your duty and take over your office? Don't you know that we have voracious, ravenous, greedy military before? Had it been they were the one among the kind of military juggernauts or officers we have now, they would have taken over from Tinubu and Chechima. They would have met their beat of duty vacant, and someone must be there. That is the military. So if Nigerians are clamoring for military, stage comeback, military comeback, they should stage comeback. Because they are partisans, they involve themselves in partisans, they can never do that. They are all politicians now. Shelving, protecting, securing the politicians that are feeding fat on our Commonwealth.
Well, Peter Obi even went further that instead of Tinubu to leave UK and going to Sweden, because currently Tinubu is still missing. We don't know why
where he is.
Well, and he's not yet back. He said he was going to spend only 2 weeks and he's yet to return to Nigeria. Obi said, why didn't you just leave United Kingdom and go to Sweden? It's just like you stay in Lagos and going to Benin. Why did he have to call Shetima to come all the way from Nigeria to Sweden when he could have just used his gigantic jet and move from UK into Sweden and attend the 2 days? Why waste our common resource?
An administration of insensitivity, an administration that has not been able to, own it up that they are actually denying the obvious. Denying the obvious, I mean, is that you are embarking on, 2-week leave, 2 weeks, 2-week leave, and you did not tell us. You actually told some persons that we are going for medication. You actually make it known to some persons that you are embarking on a leave, and actually you told your spokesperson that you are going to London to enjoy yourself. All this connotes same denial of the obvious and an insensitive administration. Nobody cares out of the two. I mean, Mr. President and the Vice, they don't care about us. They don't care about what is going on here, whether people are dying or people are alive. These irresponsible leaders, they don't know. They lack sensitivity. Look at what K.Okonkwo did. K.Okonkwo walked actually into that medical facility in London and discovered that Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu is lying down on one of the sick bed there. He came out and blew it out of proportion. I don't know whether they bribed him or whether they did not bribe him, but all I know is that he pretended that if he was, going there for medication, they allowed him, he went in, and they discovered that kind of security personnel there are guiding somebody, an important personality. And actually, he discovered it was Tinubu. And that has spelled the amount, the level of insensitivity in this current administration. They don't care. They always have been telling us lies from the beginning. No manifesto, no agenda. If you ask question across to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is going to refer you to El-Rufai and Dele Alake. He has not been able to be sincere to Nigerians since inception of this government. Now we have seen him outside down in one of the medical facilities in London. Who cares? Who is caring to pray for someone that cannot tell you the truth? I don't care, and you don't care. Actually, let us say that he and the Chetima are running of government, a government that is not of national inclusive. They are running a government that is of APC, all progressive, whatever, inclusive. They just included the intra-party member. Nobody outside is partaking in this administration. They are just running a circle of cultism, a cultic sort of government that is bent on nepotism and favoritism. Tinubu is outside, Chetima is outside. DOS, autopilot, as they have been at least, criticizing Simon Ekpa. We are seeing an autopilot in here in this present administration. Yeah, for 2 weeks now. Nobody's in charge. So it's an autopilot administration. A president and vice president of Nigeria in exile. Kachima, Chetima, and the Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
An Igbo man, if you wear that Nigeria army soldier uniform, that you will pay the ultimate price in Biafra land. So these Igbo elites are now asking Simon Ekpa that, what is Simon Ekpa's plan after that? What are his structures that he cannot be trusted? They are calling him out outrightly that he is a fraud.
No. Simon Ekpa is not a fraud.
I'm sure you must have heard that there are some Igbo elites who are in diaspora right
they are doubting him.
Yeah.
But it's not true. Do you know why? Simon Ekpa is acting as, his activities are rejoinder to previous Nnamdi Kanu's, let me say, agitation business. Is a rejoinder to that. Yes, because Nnamdi Kanu is down as I'm talking to you now in confinement. Could be that Simon Ekpa did not come up all of a sudden. Ekpa sprang up. I don't know what to understand.
Yeah.
Igbos would have forgotten Nnamdi Kanu in the jail, in the SS jail. See, let me tell you, Igbo men that are saying that Simon Ekpa is a fraud, they should close their dirty mouth. I'm shouting that off on them. Had he been Simon Ekpa is not in Finland doing what he's doing, who among those Igbos that could have been doing that in his stead? Nobody, none of them has what it takes to do that. They all were minding their businesses when this young man started what he's doing today. That is why Nnamdi Kanu must not die in jail. Had he been, if not Simon Ekpa's effort, Nnamdi would have rotted in jail. The Igbos, they would have turned their back on him. But this man started from where Nnamdi Kanu stopped. And everybody's running their dirty, acid-filled mouth that Simon Ekpa is a fraud. It is a lie. Simon Ekpa is not a fraud. He's the one that is keeping the agitation of Biafra alive today. If not for Simon Ekpa, Biafra would have gone down to the mud. I'm telling you, I know Igbo, I'm an Igbo man. But now that Simon Ekpa has brought this kind of sensitization to us, both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, if they actually disalive him, we are having over 300,000 Simon Ekpa coming up.
I'm sure
so everybody should close their mouth. Ekpa knows what he's doing.
Mr. Raphael, I'm sure that you are not surprised that most of these people charging an anti-Simon Ekpa are from Imo. Because a census was conducted online and we discovered that most of these guys who are seeking for Simon Ekpa pedigree are from Imo State. Could it be that Uzodinjo, or sorry, should I say Uzodinma,
He's behind it.
is behind this
Yes.
campaign of calumny against Simon Ekpa?
Yes, so let me tell you, and if you look at the profiles, if you profile the people that are campaigning against the anti-Simon Ekpa campaign, if you profile them too well, you will actually find out that they are from Hope Uzodinma's camp. Yes, aided by Imo State structures. Yeah, official structures of Imo State are the one blowing it out of proportion. That Simon Ekpa is a fraud, that he has no pedigree, he isn't in the position to do that overseas. Look at them, they are the state structures of the East Central states, Southeastern states, Enugu, Anambra, Abia, Imo, and Ebonyi. Check and profile those anti-Simon Ekpa agents. They are all Southeastern states official structures. It can never excel or sell through if not for this state, official structures of the Southeastern Nigeria. They are being sponsored by the governors, by these 5 state governors. They are the ones that are inflaming the fire of anti-Simon Ekpa that goes on social media and even outside the media. They were bought over by the state, official structures. Nobody from Imo State can just come out, a youth in Imo State, a responsible man among the communities, will tell you that what Simon Ekpa is doing is wrong. It is a lie. Simon Ekpa is being probed, let me say, criticized by all the official structures of the 5 states of Southeastern Nigeria. It is not from a common man. It is not from our youth in our various localities in Igbo land. It is not from our corporate men that have understanding of what Biafra represented in the past. It can never be from men who have been at least hailing Nnamdi Kanu, what he has done so far in the past and what he's doing presently. A man that has rejected money, oil wells as bribe to forfeit Biafra agitation. Let me tell you, Hope Uzodinma is at the helm of it, followed by Peter Mba of Enugu State. Then look at Charles Mbafo Soludo and the former Ebonyi State Governor, Dave Umahi, and the current Ebonyi State Governor. They are all at it. They are the one that are criticizing Simon Ekpa, trying to bring him down, labeling all manners of bloody allegations on his head. And today, we can see Nnamdi Kanu that is waxing strong while in the jail. Let us give it up to Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. He's doing well.
Well, thank you for that brilliant submission once again, Mr. Raphael. Thank you very much.
Thank you.